This is Lori at Lobelia Acres. I apologize for being away, and didn't have a chance to get any more because of that. It's just been a pain. And then the one I tried, I had so many disasters immediately that I just gave up. So, but so have some tomato soup from this Amish community cookbook and some buttermilk brownies. I need some quick sandwich bread so I can use it for work, pancakes if time permits. So that's kind of the plans for today. I'm going to start with making coffee. A day. Bread pan. Bread takes the most time. The soup will be fast. And then the pancakes are longer. What I'm going to do is got this recipe for quick sandwich bread. I'm going to grease and flour 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. I'm going to try not to waste that flour, but I'm not going to make sure it goes into today's recipe. So I'm just going to throw it in that container for the moment. There we go. That's all ready. And that's why I wasn't doing anything. My coffee because it's the only way I can do a double shift at work. Should get 9 hours on the clock. Looking for a bowl. I'm going to need to use two. And we're going to start with 4 cups of flour. question is whether I'm going to find cup measures. I know where most of them are. It always seems like the ones I need the most are the ones I can't find. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit in there. Two. And 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 8, and 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of sugar. It says, oh, sugar. One, 2. Stir that real quick. I'm going to make a well, and I'm going to realize that I need to melt some butter because I don't have a quarter cup of olive oil left right now. And I need this stuff. Excuse me, cat, I need this stuff. Come on. Because the cover needs to be completely redone. Cats, I don't know why you had to knock that down. The kitten has a clothespin in her mouth and she's carrying it around like it's a mouse. Quarter cup is half of a stick. Put the rest there because I might need it still small. Now she's playing with him on the couch. So she's acting like it's a mouse. I said before that cat's going to be a good mouser. She's proven it. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to get 2.5 cups. Let's see, we've got warm water. Or, yeah. I'll do 2.5 cups of that. So, yeah. You not knock everything down, baby. And I'm going to use some of yeast in here to kill, so that's fine. 1, 2, read through the glass, which means it's backwards. Backwards. The oven to 430 it says, which is a weird temperature. It's a weird temperature. also going to grab out potatoes. Do for my daughters and hope that well, the oven's preheating. I'm going to turn on the fan because it go up for any and no reason. I'm going to use a spatula. There we go. Just checking on that. Alright. Giving this to Twitch, you're just going to get over to Facebook soon. YouTube soon. Okay. A slightly different flavor than used to bread, but this will be an okay sandwich bread that I'll be able to take with me, and might even have it with some of the tomato soup that I'm going to make. As we're still in the Christmas season, I'm going to use that one. Don't know what year it is. Need to look up this Trissa. So that's what I need right now. Ooh. Okay. So got that one started. Let's make our pizza. Pizza? My goodness. Let's make a pancake toast. That. That's kitten mayhem going on around here. I want to start with brownies, but the brownies need a lower temperature in the oven. holding myself now. That's nice. Okay, so for each recipe, we want 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to do 2 cups. Makes it a little bit more sticking power, you might say. Okay, then we're gonna do I'm gonna do two cups of buttermilk. But I'm gonna need to make sure I've got some. So I'm gonna do half. I'm gonna do half buttermilk and half regular milk because I need to have some buttermilk left for the brownie recipe. I only have and it'll give the consistency anyway. So 1 cup of the buttermilk, 1 cup of regular milk. You can substitute non-dairy if you need to do that. I don't. When I need to go non-dairy, I go non-dairy. I don't have fakes. Oh, that's good. It's going to be a whole stick, this recipe. So half cup of oil, when you can only use the olive oil for you. Alright, give that one 30 seconds, see if that's enough. And then I'm going to need two tablespoons of baking powder. Tablespoons of baking powder. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm going to use the brown sugar because then previously that made a better depth of flavor. Just like using the butter really gives it more flavor. And to a lesser degree, even just using the whole wheat flour gives it more flavor. Using this rest extra, steps and stuff, all the substitutions, I should say. My daughter made some for one of her neighbors, and she said they were little. She was used to mixes and cheap restaurant ones. Restaurants aren't cheap. Even the fast food restaurants are no longer cheap. It's becoming a luxury item, and yet people are still spending the money. I don't know how they do it. I certainly couldn't afford to eat fast food all the time. Dawn is the day of the dollar menu. It's not quite up to temperature yet. It's close enough. Just need to put that in for 30 minutes. temperature, that's ready to. Which means I'm going to move the flour right now. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get the pancakes started. We're going to get the soup started. I don't know whether it came completely. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's a cast iron. Preheat these burners. You can preheat cast iron like that. It does really well with abuse. It's fine. So, this is ready. That's ready. That's ready. So let's work on this. Okay, so it's calling for fresh onion, which I do not have. I'm not going to have it right now, so we're going to use some minced onion from the can. And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to leave that one because there's a reason for that. Don't know what I'm doing today. Really don't know what I'm doing today. So 3 minutes on that. Kitties, I don't need you right there underfoot. I really don't. It's not really hot enough that. They're close, but it's not quite. I'm gonna let that go for a little bit longer. Find myself something. I note that that is not clean. It needs to be washed. Okay, kitties, you need to move. Ignore the fact that that is stained, but it's fine. One of these days, when I actually have proper support for this channel, then I'll be able to afford to buy new implements every time they get stained. Okay. That is what I need. Get the I need a can of soda. Crushed tomatoes. Tomato paste. That's what it's asking for. 2 cans of diced tomatoes, which this is probably about that can of crushed tomatoes. And one of these recipes, if they don't say extra quantity. We're gonna go with crushed tomatoes. It's not gonna be perfect because I don't have exactly what they say. So I'm gonna have to alter it a little bit. I think that's better. Okay, I need a spoon. I'm just gonna do that. I'm afraid if you watch a lot, you're gonna see us do pancakes a lot because pancakes are easy and everybody loves them. I'm just gonna throw on some of the cement on the end. Just like kind of come up, open up the cans. And nothing wrong with 3 for $1, so literally, 60 cents for these. Better than a third. Get! Come on! You need to get. Things I'd like to do, which I don't know how practical this is going to be, is to create an outdoor kitchen for some of these streams, especially once summer comes, because it's going to get hot. We're in the south. And it's going to get, it's going to get really hot. That's what it is. I should have done the other side first, because the easiest way to get tomato paste out of the jar, out of the can, is to actually open up both sides. I should have done the bottom first. And I don't know if this, no, this one doesn't even work that way. Doggone it. As it used to be, that was the best way to do it. I'm going to put that one in. Probably. Now, this little that was like, oh yeah, that's one of those things you just need. The problem is it's really, really bent on it too. Pancakes are nearly ready to flip. The couch. Hey, off, off. Good boy. Get. Okay. You teach me quick. Oh, a little bit under. The burner is still coming up to temperature. Okay. Okay, so stir that in real quick. And see what else I need to do. Again, with these quantities, I mean, a can, what size is a can? And I'm going to guess that they wanted a smaller can. So I'm going to use the milk to kind of rinse this out. So, that's maybe half a cup. I'm going to probably just on the bottom of that can, so we're going to do that again. There we go, that's better. Tastes very tomato, unsurprisingly. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. It's definitely done now. A little bit more color. Oh, my cookie spam. That's good. And apparently help a viewer. It's nice to see you. So I I need my space over here still. Do that. And try to move the cat that's underfoot again. Mintaka, you need to move. It's calling you. I think she's just annoyed right now. Okay, Hyun, you need to move, kitten. Move. Okay, so I'm going to guess we actually don't have quite enough milk in there yet, so I'm going to guess though, because having some measurements and other things that are more on closely. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to ask for 1 teaspoon of sugar. Again, because I think our pants are a little bit bigger, we use a little bit more. No, we don't need that. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon. Super. I'm not completely convinced that we need sugar in this anyway. So. Okay, so got that. We've got garlic powder, basil, paprika, and then some cream cheese. So we're gonna use up this. Almost out of. So, I'm gonna show it a little bit. And I need some basil. That's nice. Okay, Scott, you need some basil. Oh, I do not have basil. So I have to put in some Italian seasoning salt. And the last ingredient calls for is actually cream cheese. Now, on that one, just a little bit. Okay, it actually has you split. Okay, so we're supposed to bring it up to the simmer now. It's just supposed to bring it up to the boil. I'm also going to throw in some of my homemade vegetable broth because I just feel like it's just missing something. I think this would be a good option. I'll get a little bit of a more richer flavor, I think. That's one of the things about recipes. Recipes are a starting point. They're not necessarily a finish. You know, it's actually doing pretty well. So. So I'm going to bring that up to the boil, reduce the heat. And I'm going to add butter cream cheese to it. Get those out. I need a spoon next. We're kind of starting started? Wow. It's supposed to be something like sort of getting there-ish. So I'm going to watch the texture and then we'll watch the amount of liquid in there. And then they have digest seasonings. But that is basically on route. Let's see, how much, what size pan is this for? Cutting up brownies. They've got 15. That's a really weird size. Should work my rectangular. That's good. 8 by 11. Almost the size of a pizza, but that ain't enough space. Because this is a very, very small picture. I'm going to have to wash it here because it's asking me to bring things to a boil. That's fun. Okay, so I need to do that, and then I'm going to wash the pan by hand real quick. The question is, does it require brown sugar? Which I expect it does. Okay. Actual surprise. And I need to use my younger daughter one at a time, so I have to do that real quick. Ah, there's the other problem with that one, so I'm going to need this burner back again, which is awesome. Now these are go too fast now, so I'm going to turn this down. And this is trying to be okay, so we're going to turn that one down as well. Ah. Use added butter. This happened to be cheaper. I've got a container that needs to be used up, so I don't care that they're. Okay, so that's good. That's going. That's ready. So we're going to combine 1 cup of butter, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, a cup of water, and 2 cups of sugar. So I don't have a bigger pot available. It's not a thing that's no. So my tomato soup is bubbling a little bit. So it's a little bit's fine. Bring that cocoa powder. Tablespoon measure. I think. Oh, my God. That one wasn't attached to it. Let's look for others. So, 1, this, 2, and 3. 4 minutes left on the timer. Alright, so then we need it again. 1 cup of water. That's 1 cup of water, 2 cups of sugar. Okay, I'm gonna get butter in there, and that's fine. Found a really interesting thing in there. Instruction on that, which talks about using the mixer. I'm sorry, these are not use electricity. Don't know how you're doing the mixer on medium speed. It's very good. I'm making that. Let's get those. Let's get that. No, those are a little over. Those are. The burners continue to heat. It's only a relative boil, which is common. Goes off now because it's burners. My youngest one now, and those are burned. My youngest would say that if there's anything. Almost down. We've got like one more pen paper. Oven's about to, well, the timer's about to beep at me, and I'm going to take a drink. Okay. Let's maybe turn that up a little bit. That would look better. Okay, need one more bowl. And I need to be a little bit faster because I need to leave the house in 40 minutes to get to work. Alright. That. Not quite. Okay. All I need to do at the moment is turn the temperature down. 90, yeah, which is already there. And I'm gonna turn it around and bake that another 20 minutes. Which is gonna conflict with my. What we'll do is we'll leave it in there until the brownie recipe is ready. do need to warm this up a little bit faster because we're running out of time. So in that, I'm going to be doing the there's a flour, baking soda, how much more flour? 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of flour. I think that's the last time I made the flour this morning. Turn these pancakes real quick. Get them overdone. Butter, and we're going to do half a teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon. That burner off. Okay, this is cast iron unless I'm really into it. It'll be. I'll move it as soon as I can. Okay, there's that. I know what went a little bit awry on these pancakes today is that the amount rather than using the full cup because it just makes a much thinner batter than just pops in the air. Now turn that down again. Good. It's a little bit on the tomatoey side. My daughters will appreciate. Still trying to melt this. Let's take that in the oven. It's time to eat, but I'll show y'all. We're done. Variety. It's the knockoff brand. Doesn't do a very good job of packaging and making it so you can cook. Try this at home. Gotta do it as simple as you can. The biggest problem with that is that if you wanted to reuse if you wanted to close the package after, a little bit of time to melt that, as you can see. Okay, so back to this. It's starting to melt together finally. And we're going to and in that well and vanilla. So how much buttermilk do I need? I need half a cup of milk. Ooh. Measuring. I'm just going to replenish that by filling that up with more milk. I need to change the jars too. I think I'll change the jars today. So, buttermilk. That's very nice. 2 eggs. one. I can beat them in the middle there. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's count it to just approximately 2 of these capfuls. I will be making my own soon, but I don't have any vanilla pods right now. Beat those eggs in the middle and just combine the whole thing. I don't have time to wait to do everything separately. There's a limit to how many dishes I really want to be doing anyway. That one's done and off. That can go off. Cool. Let that mix in. It's going to need to go a little longer, I think. Okay. The annoying thing about this is that now I've got some that's boiling that's going to do. So my attempt to not have cats. We'll just say cats are a nuisance. Don't have them. Just kidding. Mostly. I don't want to put boiling stuff. So my attempt at not dirtying another dish failed. One is one, and since I did gradually, I'll do this gradually. One recipe in the Amish book here I really do want to try is that friendship bread that everybody was sharing around in the 80s and 90s. It's kind of a glorified sourdough, but I'm curious about it because I'm wondering if it's easy. Not that sourdough is hard, because it's not really. It's just. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set a timer. I know I have 40 minutes to go, so I've got 10 minutes on the bread, and I gotta get this in the oven. Great. So I need to leave in half an hour, so I need this in the oven. So I think I'm going to be eating on the road. That's okay. Before I can do it again. That's alright. Okay. That should be reasonably cool because butter mixture. Well, I hope this is going to work out okay because I don't have time to mess around now. Usually all my things are. So, definitely got some issues with this, and I'm not completely sure what I think that's just butter that did. I'm not sure what's happening there, and I don't have time to do it really slowly. So, put this in the oven. It turned out. Yep, I don't see that temperature because it's above temperature. Yeah, that doesn't fit right there, so I need to move the bread over. dog's over around me. And it's over rising. So, okay, so that needs to go in for 20 to 25 minutes. Timer. So 20. Turn it around in 10 minutes. So, all right. Then have some pancakes next because I need to eat something before I go to work. Because I need to do two. I'm just running out of time. So, why not? Before I do that, try to get a jar down without it falling and breaking. You need to move, puppy. Yeah. So I discovered at some point in the last couple of years that, like with some other cultures, all you need to do is have some in a jar. You only need about half that, to be honest. Doesn't really matter. And you fill it up with more milk. Off, lid on it. Shake it up a little bit. Because everything is taking too long this morning. I have to get rid of it. That's why I didn't do yeasted bread this morning because I knew I didn't have time for yeasted bread. So that started a little bit on the late side. Good way to start the morning. And sometimes I actually take the pancakes to work for lunch. You can just spread it with jam and roll them up and put them in a container. And I got these pancakes. Homemade fake maple syrup stream, and I can do it again. That's what the streams are going to be, and some of it's going to be repetitive, just like any gaming channel is going to be somewhat repetitive. This will be sometimes a little repetitive too, but that's life. Yep. It's a good breakfast. It's trying to bubble again. Read another 5 minutes. Add a little bit more vegetable stock. And add some more paprika. It's already a much richer flavor. I'm looking forward to when I can make that tomato soup using homegrown tomatoes.